All right, how's everybody doing? Good. I need everybody's attention up here. We're going to talk about a good bit of stuff, and then y'all will kind of have an idea of how things are going to be progressing for the next few weeks. First thing I want to talk about is up here right now. Can everybody see this? All right, so what I have up here is the beginnings of a presentation. I'm not done with this, but I was like, something has to be, like I have to try to figure out a way to illustrate this. And that is the proper way and the improper way to shoot interviews. So if you're looking up here, you see I've got the camera here and then the view of the camera illustrated by the triangle. You'll notice that we have the person who is being interviewed over here in the right in the triangle, and they are looking at the interviewer. If it is set up like this, is it going to be framed correctly or incorrectly? Why would it be wrong? Do you know, like, you were like, because it's, like, no, like, you're right. I want to tell you, you're right, but why? Anybody? Yeah. Right, so because of this, the camera is going to be looking directly into their ear hole, and that's not what we're looking for. We need two eyes and one ear on the interview. So in this case, just by putting the reporter over here and looking at them, we are forcing them to turn so that they are profile view to the camera. And that's not what we're looking for, right? When we are doing this, we don't want to see a profile view of the person. The next thing, right here. Okay, you got our person being interviewed, they're up there. We've got our reporter, they've moved over. Is this right? What's going to be wrong with this? There's too much space behind them. You know what? Like, I must be great at making presentations because 100%, y'all nailed it. That's exactly right. There's way too much space behind them, not enough talking space or room in front of them. They are angled towards the camera the right way. They're just not in the right space inside of the frame. So the correct answer is to keep them angled that way, but move them over, which notice what that does to the reporter. The reporter there could be okay, but if you move them a little bit closer to the camera, that person is looking directly across the front of the lens. That's going to see two eyes and one ear. Maybe every now and then we'll see an earlobe if they turn just a little bit too far. No big deal, right? But for the most part, we're going to see two eyes and one ear in this situation. So when you're framing your interviews, this is the way you should do it. You stand beside the camera so that they are talking to you beside the camera, not directly into the camera. And I have my camera set up right there, so I'm looking directly into the camera. That's fine. It's okay to look directly into the camera if you are addressing the audience directly, but the person being interviewed is not. They are having a conversation with the reporter just to the side of the camera. So when you're framing your interviews, this is the way that it should look and the way you should set it up. And the reason I am doing this presentation today, these three very powerful slides, is because this continues to be an issue. All right, when y'all come back with interview footage, not everybody's looks bad every time, but there's enough people not doing it the right way that I felt like we needed to look at how to do it the right way. Okay, so I apologize for not over communicating this or communicating it clearly enough in the beginning, but now hopefully everybody can see the way that you should be positioned when you're doing an interview.